Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for BNB, Zcash and BCH price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with BCH here on the 4 hours chart, or let's go in the daily, even the all-time history, to see what do we have here. So basically for BCH, we are looking of course at this triangle potentially can be finished and starting to unfold something impulsive toward the upside, where we have an A, B, C, D, and an E finished, and we have a 1, 2 there, starting to unfold something, of course, toward the upside as a wave 3 confirmation somehow taken for higher, of course, meaning, of course, the wave 2 here, 0.38, very nicely hit, and we saw the reaction towards higher prices. If we move inside it here on the 2 hours chart, we can see, of course, that this move toward the upside is a leading diagonal, or even it can be a double 1, 2, where we have a 1, 2 already, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to finish another wave 1, 2 here, and of course starting a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a major wave 3. I'm looking for a target, of course, first for this wave 3 there, as 1.618 to be taken here as an impulse between the $767 and the $733 at 1.618 and the uncommon target 1.27. Yeah, so these are basically the updates here for BCH. Nothing really to be concerned about it as so much bearish, unless of course this is a wave C here, finished as the ending diagonal like A, B, and you have a wave C. But obviously that we are pushing for higher here in an impulse, especially on the 15-minute chart. We have, of course, an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, and a C is unfolding as well. Very, very corrective, obviously. And we're looking, of course, for something to push for higher prices. Yep, so this is regarding BCH. Let's see the next one, which is we have, of course, BNB. So for BNB on the 4 hours chart as well, we are looking here at our top, where we have topped for a wave 5. Basically, that means, of course, can be a finished structure here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Currently, we are seeking after something for lower prices, especially after this diagonal here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, this is still so far very corrective for me. I don't see yet, of course, something pushing for higher. Especially that we are still, of course, we didn't took the high here. Yeah, we didn't took the high of the wave A or of the wave 1. In case we are 1, 2, 3 or A, B, and a C, it still can be possible because the wave C might be still unfolding here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. But I'm looking for the 1 to 1 fib level here, taken from the A to the B to the C. $960, very likely in an impulse, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The invalidation, of course, is not taken yet as a wave 4, so invalidation of bullish, meaning, of course, on the lower time frame here. However, if we break the $960 impulsively, that means, of course, it might be something, of course, pushing for higher, but I doubt it because, of course, the structure looks already very small, and looking at it will ends up exactly between these levels as well. If you want to have a general box here for a wave 5 and over 1, so yeah, here we go. As you can see, the precision is very high here, and of course we have double boxes in confluence. Yeah, so the 1 to 1 fib level in precision might be exactly inside it. So yeah, this is what I'm looking for. $960, still looking a little bit for higher for BNB, but this might turn, of course, into a deeper wave here as an ABC or a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Because, of course, on the all-time history, what does it mean? Where are we heading for BNB? On the all-time history, we have finished a wave 3 here, potentially, or a wave C. By all means, A, B, and a C, because this is a full impulse finish there, or it is a 1, 2, 3, and you're looking for a wave 4 and a 5. Very likely it's a wave 4 here unfolding, but the minimum target for a wave 4 might be very deep for BNB, so we gotta be careful. It might be, of course, a deeper correction. Now those fib levels are taken on the logarithmic chart. So if you want to take the linear, well, you have passed so far the 0.23 here. That means, of course, also very likely that we might be here in a testing area, right? So it can be very likely as well. So if we break it, if we break this area there, then I will come back to the logarithmic fib level here inside this box. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this box because it is very, very likely, but because I love to take it step by step here, and very likely ABC, yeah. So 1-to-1 fib level is gonna break this. But we're gonna test, of course, the 1-to-1 fib level. Let's take the 1-to-1 fib level as well as a potential signal. But anyway, we cannot yet 100% take it because we might get a higher wave B still. But the 1-to-1 fib level is very, very low anyway. Yeah, so 546 if this is going to be a zigzag. Yeah, so we'll see, of course, what's gonna be for BNB, but basically on the micro level, you might still push a little bit higher here for wave 5, but that will finish, of course, very likely a correction. ABC here, as we saw, of course, inside this blue box, and then we drop down as we saw on the daily. Yep, so this is regarding Binance, and if we take a look also at KGT for a little bit more insights. So for BNB here, we got, of course, a double signal for bullish in divergence within the price. And we saw, of course, a push toward the upside. Now, of course, another signal has appeared for the bearish, so we got to be careful. But I would say the price took the high of the signal, meaning, of course, it's not conversion. It is invalidated. Therefore, of course, I'm still looking for higher for Binance. A little bit a smaller time frame. Okay, yeah, so that is a very strong triple signals here that we see for bullish, and definitely they unfold something very, very strong. Now, basically, the signal will play something corrective, and as we saw, of course, on the bigger time frame, and we might push continuously toward the upside. So I believe that, yeah, we might, of course, continue here the push for higher since we have a divergence on the indicator, and we might, of course, continue the push towards the upside here towards the wave 5 in a wave C at least. All right, so that was it for Binance. Let's move for the next one, which is Zecash. So for Zecash, also on the daily, we are looking here at a potential finished here diagonal, in case this is a diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave A, and followed, of course, by a potential 1, 2, 1, 2, and wave 3 there. Now, if this is a wave 4 playing, so I was mentioning that this might be a very, very likely triangle in a wave 4 before pushing in a wave 5 again, of course, in this blue box for the white scenario to finish wave 3 in the yellow scenario, and then another wave 4 and a 5 here to finish a structure. Now, if this is going, of course, to take some time, that is very understandable. Your wave 2 is still, of course, alternating. I think this is only 1-to-1 time right now. So we still need time here. That's very understandable if we're going to range a little bit deeper there. On the 2 hours chart, we can see that we have here a potential leading diagonal, but it can be the ABC, and not it can be, it is confirmed that it is an ABCY. We took, of course, the invalidation of bullish here, meaning if we were looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, it just melted down and took the invalidation there. So very interesting. I'm going to remove this. We have finished in W, X, and a Y for a wave B there. No 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's, of course, an update. And we're looking therefore, very likely, for this potential target. Can be an ABC, don't forget this. It can be very likely, or, of course, the triangle. Yeah, so we don't want to forget about the triangle. So the triangle can be here an ABC zigzag, another ABC for a wave B, and then you're looking for wave C. Therefore, I'm looking as well for something a little bit deeper here before, of course, pushing for higher. Yeah, so very likely to range. Now, if we break, of course, this level, that means invalidation of triangle, and this means, of course, at this price, that you might look here for this area. Yeah, so if we come to this part here, from the 330 213 to the 226 directly. Okay, so we might be in an ABC therefore, and then pushing for higher again for Zcash. Yep, so these are the updates here for BCH, Zecash, and BNB. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.